on this around me. I think it's her discipline on shoot, but she can do the same thing every day. Like come from shoot, sleep on time, eat a particular kind of say food.
Yeah.
Train as regular as possible. Especially when she has a goal in mind. No drinking when she's shooting, no doing all those kind of things.
Wow.
So, and that shows. Say for Ganpath, you have to be more lean. She had to be more lean. She had to be strong at the same time. Fat percentage had to be lower.
Yeah.
So her training program was such, like in terms of the strength training that we did, in terms of targeting certain areas. When we, like you talk about core, you're talking about abs, and the cardio as well, that bit, which she doesn't like doing as much. She loves training the legs and she loves training her back.
Hi, welcome to Etimes. My name is Jigar Shah, and today we have with us Karan Sawhney. Karan, welcome to Etimes. You've been training. You've been a footballer for the longest time, if I can remember it well. And how did this football guy get into fitness? And you've been training some of the top guys. You've been training Kriti Sanon. You've been training Adarsh Gaurav, if I'm not wrong. Was one of the clients that.
So my partner was training him.
Yeah.
He was training right behind, as you see, he's doing his forearms. But yeah, everyone is at the tribe, right?
True. How did this football guy get into training?
So, I mean, see, basically, I've always loved playing football since a very young age. I played that professionally for 16 years. And in terms of fitness...
That 16 year become from last birth, no?
No, I started playing football at a very young age, but playing professionally was, I think, since I was 15
Wow.
or 16. And fitness has always been a part of my life since a very young age, because my grandfather, my Abba, I call him, he was the first personal trainer of India, Madhukar Talwalkar.
What are you saying?
So he's the guy who is in...
I stay close to the Matunga branch.
Do you?
Yes.
So he is not... I mean, he's the guy who got the first gym to
Yes.
India, first personal trainer of India, whatever you might
Yeah,
say,
yeah,
everything
yeah, yeah.
first. But I've grown up watching him. I've grown up watching him transform himself,
Yeah.
lives around him, his family. So it's always been there. And I got in very early on.
So, how did you break into the fitness industry? Because okay, you're a footballer. That's one
Correct.
thing. You
Yeah.
you belong to a pedigree of
Yeah.
trainers and gyms and etc. But see, it's not easy to break into saying that okay, I can train you. I
Yeah.
can be a good athlete. But how do you train some? How do you get to convince someone to train that you will train them to change it?
I think most importantly, it's about trust, and
Yeah,
most
yeah.
importantly, it's about first doing it yourself.
Yeah.
So, in terms of the tribe where we are right now, we started this as a hobby in 2019.
As a hobby.
As a hobby. So I was into fitness.
Yeah.
Before that, I had my own gym. But the tribe was a hobby. We used to conduct these classes on the beach and on the turf.
Yeah.
It was me and Robin.
Yeah.
Where we started on the beach, and we were doing it because we loved it, taking these classes. It was in 2020 where my wife Anushka, she was doing her own classes as well, where three of us came together. We started virtual training.
Yeah.
For a cause.
Yeah.
So at that point, it was whatever we made was donated to animal shelters, daily wage workers. In 4 months of not even forming a company, we were in 17 countries. We had clients from all across without spending anything. And our only cost was, I think, electricity in the bedroom. And that was not even my house, so I was not paying.
Yeah.
So that was the only cost at that point. But that's when things got serious, when we saw that lives could actually transform and change from such an early age. And we moved into our first studio in Juhu. Then we moved into a bigger space in Juhu. Then now we've opened another one in Linking Road.
Wow.
And our virtual classes are still ongoing. So
Lovely.
It's 3 journeys that have come together from different fields. I was completely into football.
Yeah.
Anushka she's done her MBA. She had her own fitness classes. She was also working at a corporate. And Robin was working in films. He was doing multiple other things. Somehow our journeys aligned, and here we are.
Wow. So how did you break into the Bollywood industry? You changed
Yeah.
so many of them.
Correct.
So was Robin responsible? Was Anushka responsible? Or you just
I
like,
think-
just Kriti saw and just walked and said, okay, I want to invest in Tribe now.
I'll tell you the story. It was, I think it's the work at when we started off early on at the Tribe, it was only virtual, and we had a lot of people who joined us at that point from different parts.
Yeah.
And Kriti was one of them. She was training with Robin, I think, in 2020
Okay.
or 2020. And they were training online at that point. This was in the month of July, if I'm not wrong. And then she started coming into the studio. Robin went to Mexico. I started training her at the studio at that
Okay.
point, where she was losing weight and also preparing for Ganpath at that
Yeah.
point. So she had to be super, super fit at
Yeah,
that
when
point.
you have Tiger Shop next to you, then you have to look.
You
for
have
it.
to look fit,
Yeah.
and you have to live up to that as well.
True.
But at that point, when we trained for an extended period, like I think it was 3 or 4 months, and she just said it one day that, I think you have a very cool name. The Tribe is a very cool name. Let's have a meeting with her agency.
Yeah.
So we did that. 3 of us, we had a meeting with her, and we vibed at that point. I think it was all aligned in everyone's interest, and things just took off from there.
Wow.
At
And
that
she
point,
became partner at Tribe.
a fourth partner.
A
Yes,
fourth partner at
she
Tribe.
did.
Wow.
She did. Yeah. So that's how the journey started. At that point, yeah, with her.
Let's see how does Kriti train when she comes to this center.
So, see, I'll tell you, this is a particular training pattern that we followed for the song I was telling you.
Yeah.
Akia. Yeah. So, for
So
example,
this is called French contrasting.
French contrast training. So, for example, first, if we're squatting, now for every rep, let's say we're doing only 6 reps, for every rep, we pause down for 3 to 4 seconds.
Wow.
Okay? So you go down, it's like you're sitting on a chair, you stay for 3, 2, 1, exhale and come up with power.
Okay.
Okay? So we do 6 of these. So say we stay down for 3, 2, 1, come up with power. Okay, so we do generally 6 to 8 reps of this, and as soon as we're done, we take a light weight. Come.
Okay.
We take a light weight, say we take 2 10s, okay, and we get into 6 to 8 jump squats for the highest you can jump. Okay, so I'll give you an example. If you're getting into a squat, so we do generally 6 of these reps. We don't rest, then we walk to the turf. In a short distance, we're sprinting. Okay, so if we start here, we sprint, rest. Turn around, we go again. We sprint, rest. She's conditioned, or the person is conditioned. We come back onto the squat rack, and then with a lighter weight, generally about 8 to 10. Yeah. This is it. We do like.
So this is like a one session. So you break it down to 3 to 4 sessions a week.
Depends on her shoot and stuff as well. But yeah, during Ganpath it was 6 sessions a week. Even with shoot.
During Ganpath, 6 sessions a week
Or even
with the shooting.
Ganpath, and even now for Akia, for her movie Do Patti,
Huh.
because that song needed that.
Wow.
Monday to Saturday every day.
Every
Every day it was needed. So Monday if we're training legs, Tuesday we're pulling, Wednesday we're pushing, Thursday legs again. Then we do a full body functional. Saturday we do maybe an active recovery, mobility, and core, abs. That's
Because I think
important.
she got a waist like as small as 24, 26 probably.
She is super strong.
She's
super
thin
strong.
and strong, which is
She's-
like
she's lean,
yeah.
and she's got good muscle mass in terms of, if she has to look a certain way, like you said, feminine and strong at the same time. So that's the goal, that's the idea of it right now.
Wow.
That's the point.
But wouldn't that be difficult to maintain?
Oh,
In the long run,
when
unless
you
she-
train,
Yeah.
you don't have to train always this crazy. But then maintenance, if you're good with your food, your metabolic rate has increased, it becomes easier. If you do this for over a period of time. So now if she has a 1 week holiday,
Yeah.
it's not that she's going to gain weight and come back.
Yeah.
because the metabolic rate is already through the roof. So it's like you're not starting from ground zero or from scratch now.
Yeah. And you also said that, that you've seen her maintain herself on sets as well.
On sets, yeah.
So that means she controls her diet even when she's shooting.
So she's if she takes a chef with her or she's on a meal plan, something or the other, but very particular on set with her food. Like no partying, no sleeping late, sleeping on time, waking up at 5 in the morning, shooting from 6 to 6, then training at 8 at night, then eating a dinner and sleeping, and doing that for the shoot scale.
That requires so much of energy because you don't eat that
Absolutely.
much, but
Yeah.
you're continuously working. You're expressing,
Yeah.
you're shooting on set.
Exactly.
If it's action day, then it's all different ball altogether.
Exactly. So like you do it in a way where, of course, now if it's routine, it helps her in what she does as well.
Yeah. But you also make sure that she eats, like you tell her what kind of food she has to eat now.
Yes.
And now she might be knowing aware about it, but still needs.
But she knows her body, she knows her taste buds, she knows what she likes, she dislikes. But even then, she has good knowledge, like in terms of food, what to eat, what not to eat. Cheat day pe kya khana hai, that as well.
So what does she eat on cheat day? Do you know about that?
Yeah. She has a desi palate. Like she loves Indian food. She love her aloo paratha. She love her chole bhature. She love like anything. Especially her mom, rajma chawal. All of that. She loves all of that.
So it's just homemade.
Homemade. Or if somebody else, any maid, homemade. But
Chef made, any made, but
any made. Yeah. She loves it. She loves it. But yeah, this is what her training and life in general is.
But has it ever happened that one day she called up saying, Karan, I put on weight, what do I do now?
Yeah, of course. She
does that?
Recently. She's done that recently, that I've gone for a holiday now, I've gained 3 kgs. What do I do? But she knows the answers. The call has to happen, but she knows the answers that, okay, if I train regularly for a certain period of time and I get back, I'm disciplined. She has that willpower to shed that off in no time. And she's done that for Akia, because Akia was shot recently.
Yeah. So she had gained weight before that.
She had not gained, she was traveling for a bit before that. Then we trained rigorously before the song shoot, because the song shoot was for 3 days back to back.
Yeah.
And song shoot also is like crazy because you're shooting 10, 12 hours and you're only dancing.
True.
But even on those days, she was training. Before that, she was training before that. So, and look a certain way. So
how do you maintain energy on those kind of days? Because
I think by now it's also willpower. It's not only about energy. You have to know when to push, how much to push, and keep pushing. That's very important. Like, it's not about only feeling it. You need to do it when you don't feel it. That is key. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Karan, thank you so much for your time, Karan.
Thank you so much.
Lovely talking to you.
This was incredible.
Thank you.
Thank you
So much.